It is Money Monday. If you are an entrepreneur, it's important to know the best cities for Black-owned businesses. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Atlanta is ranked number 5 in the top 20 list. And here with us to share some ways on how to start and maintain your own business is lawyer and author of Legalities of Entrepreneurship, Lisa Bonner. Lisa, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So this is an important topic, and it's nice because we've highlighted really a couple dozen Black-owned businesses here on Atlanta News First, and it's interesting to see all the different types of businesses that people are starting, and of course it's a lifelong dream for many. If someone is looking to start their own business, what are the types of things they need to keep in mind?
Well, that's a good question, and that's why I wrote the book, because there are a lot of different steps that people do not take when starting their own business. So one of the things I would say is if you have products or services that are in the stream of commerce, meaning they're out there making money, I think one of the best things that you can do is start a loan out company. And that is either an LLC or a corporation. And a lot of people are rushing to start an LLC, but I caution people to make sure that that is the best entity for you, because corporations also do provide some great alternatives, as well as you can take a deduction, certain deductions that you can't take with an LLC. You can take advantage of the self-employment tax. So that's one thing I would say. Another suggestion I would say would be to make sure that you are looking to trademark early enough, trademark your name of the business or the services that you are providing, because a lot of people actually get out, start branding, and then only to look up that you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't maintain this because I'm committing trademark infringement. Do
you need to have the foresight for different things too in terms of trademarking? Because it's not necessarily for the products or services you're currently providing, right?
Right.
You want to trademark with what you're thinking longer term too.
Right. So if you have not put your products or services in the stream of commerce, that's a very good question. One of the things that you can do is you can file what is called an intent to use with the trademark office, because it's important to remember that trademarking is a race to first filing, not first use, first filing. And it's very class specific. So people say, I want to trademark something, and can you trademark this name for me? And I'm like, well, what exactly do you want it to do? What class? There are 41 different classes that you can register your trademark under. So if you look at Delta Airlines versus Delta Faucets, Dove chocolates versus Dove soaps, that's the reason they're able to coexist, because trademarking is maintaining the differences and avoiding confusion in the mind of the consumer.
So you're an entrepreneur yourself.
Yes.
Are these some of the things that you experienced and learned through experience?
Well, fortunately, I did. I started very early, and this is why, again, I wrote the book, because I've been able to, thank God, maintain my business without any kind of issues with the IRS, with the bar, or anything like that, because I did maintain my business properly. I started it, and it's important that you, for instance, hire independent contractors. Are different than hiring employees, and a lot of people want to 1099 people, but you have them actually fulfilling the role of an employee, and that's a danger zone. So those are things that you really need to make sure of, that you are setting up your business properly and running your business properly, which is,
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But you don't want to deter people, but even though that they may understand that there is a lot that goes into this. What are some of the positive takeaways if somebody was on the fence of maybe starting their own business, that you would encourage them to do that?
Well, I think that, I know, because I've been an entrepreneur for so long, the flexibility that you have, it's wonderful, but I also say with that flexibility, it's just as important that you work as hard for yourself as you would for somebody else. You get to pick who you want to work with. So when people come to me, I get to choose the people that I want to take on as my client versus someone telling me who I have to work with. So that's another joy. I think that in terms of finances, you are able to deduct a lot of your business expenses that you, as an entrepreneur, because a lot of the costs of doing business are deductible. So there's so many joys in being an entrepreneur, and that is why I wrote the book, because people don't know what they don't know, and my book is an easy to read primer on how to start your own business from A to Z But the T comes from in between the chapters. I'm actually having conversational dialogue with the reader on, some of the joys and the pitfalls.
Just that journey,
yes, exactly.
So that you can experience it. It's an emotional roller coaster. It really is. It's not just somebody jumping straight to success when they start their own business.
That's right.
And real quick, where can they find your book?
They can find it at bookstores, but the best place to get it is Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Straight to your door.
Straight to your door.
These days it is Amazon.
That's
Lisa,
right.
thanks so much for being here. A lot of good information there.
Thanks.
We'll have this posted on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com. That's where you can find more information.